Have you ever felt like the crypto world is just speaking a different language? You hear about Bitcoin, then Bitcoin Cash, and you're thinking, what is the difference? If you've been confused, trust me, you are not alone. So in the next few minutes, we're going to clear it all up. Let's dive in. It all really starts with this one question. We hear Bitcoin get called digital gold all the time, right? Something you buy, you hold on to, an investment. But hang on, wasn't the original dream for it to be used like, well, cash? That question right there is the key to understanding why Bitcoin Cash even exists in the first place. So to really get what Bitcoin Cash is all about, we have to rewind a little. We first need to understand the problem it was actually built to solve. A problem that, ironically, popped up because Bitcoin got so popular. This quote, this is straight from the original Bitcoin white paper. The mission was crystal clear: create a digital version of cash that you could use for everyday stuff, just like handing someone $1. It was supposed to be for anyone, anywhere. But here's the thing. As more and more people started jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon, the network started to get, well, clogged. All of a sudden, trying to do something simple, like buying a coffee, could take ages to go through. And even worse, it could cost you several dollars in fees. That just doesn't work for daily life. So this growing problem sparked a massive debate inside the Bitcoin community. How do we fix this? How do we make it scale? The problem was they couldn't agree on an answer. And that disagreement led to a huge split, or what's known in the crypto world as a fork. Okay, let's just quickly look at the timeline. Bitcoin kicks off in 2009, and it has this built-in limit on how much data can fit in each block of transactions, just 1 megabyte. By around 2015, this tiny limit was causing some serious traffic jams. Fast forward to 2017, and the community couldn't take it anymore. They split. One side decided to basically create a spin-off, a new version of the currency with a new set of rules. And that spin-off was Bitcoin Cash. So what was the big game-changing idea behind Bitcoin Cash? Well, the folks who created it proposed a solution that they felt was direct, it was simple, and it was true to that original vision of Bitcoin. And honestly, this is it. Their solution was brilliantly simple. Just make the blocks bigger. Think about it like a highway. If you have a single-lane road that's always backed up with traffic, what's the most obvious fix? You add more lanes. That is exactly what Bitcoin Cash did for the blockchain. So this is the absolute core difference between the two. Bitcoin, BTC, stuck with its little 1 megabyte block. Bitcoin Cash, or BCH, went way bigger, starting at 8 megabytes and getting even larger from there. And the result is exactly what you'd expect. Way more transactions can fit, which means a faster network and much, much cheaper fees. Okay, that's the techie stuff. But what does this actually mean for you, for the average person? How does this simple fix actually feel when you're using your digital wallet? It means this. The average fee to send Bitcoin Cash is often less than 1 cent. Think about that. Why does that matter so much? Well, it's not just about buying a coffee. Imagine sending money to family overseas, or think about people in countries who need access to the global economy. A fee of a few dollars is a massive barrier. A fee that's a fraction of a penny? That opens up a world of possibilities. Yeah, because of those super low fees and quick confirmation times, Bitcoin Cash is really designed to be spent. It's used for making global payments that go through in seconds, for buying stuff online, and yeah, for sending money across borders without those ridiculous fees that traditional services charge. It's built to be used like actual money. And getting started is actually really straightforward. You download a wallet, you can buy some on a crypto exchange, and boom, you're ready to send or spend. The whole idea is to make it easy enough for anyone, anywhere, to use. All right, but let's be real. It's not all sunshine and zero-fee rainbows. Just like any technology, there are some risks and realities you've got to consider. So let's take an honest look at the other side of the, well, coin. First, you've got volatility. Like most cryptos, the price of BCH can swing up and down like crazy. Second, adoption is still a work in progress. It's just not as widely accepted as Bitcoin is. The competition is also really stiff. There are tons of other projects trying to be the world's favorite digital cash. And then there's the confusion factor. It is so easy for new people to mix up BCH and BTC, but you have to remember, they are totally separate projects with their own blockchains and their own values. And all of this brings us right back to that original question, that core difference between these two projects. It really just boils down to two competing visions for what cryptocurrency should even be. Is it digital cash or is it digital gold? This slide just sums it all up perfectly. Bitcoin has pretty much settled into this role of digital gold. It's a scarce asset that you hold for the long term, like an investment. Bitcoin Cash, on the other hand, is completely focused on being digital cash, something you use for fast, cheap, everyday payments. Two totally different goals. And this quote right here, this really captures the spirit of the whole Bitcoin Cash movement. The people who support it truly believe that they're the ones carrying the torch of Bitcoin's original mission, to create that peer-to-peer electronic cash system that's open and accessible to absolutely everyone. So, what is the future of money going to look like? Is it going to be digital gold, digital cash, maybe a mix of both? The debate is far from over, and it's a conversation that's going to shape our financial world for years to come. That is the big question. Thanks so much for tuning in for this explainer.